Thor Ragnarok is the latest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's also the third Thor movie. So in Thor Ragnarok, Thor, who is once again played by Chris Hemsworth, his hammer gets destroyed by Hela, the goddess of death, who is played by Cate Blanchett, and that's when Thor finds himself stranded on a planet in which he goes up against Hulk in a gladiator battle, and that's when he has to save Asgard from being destroyed by Hela. He has to team up with Loki and Hulk to save Asgard. Now, when it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, these movies are great. I mean, some of them have been okay at best, but a handful of them have been fantastic. And when it comes to the Thor movies, they're Marvel's most hit and miss movies. Like, the first Thor was okay, not that great, but it was fine. And Dark World, I didn't see Dark World, but I heard some nasty things about it. I heard it was boring and it was lousy. So how is Thor Ragnarok? I can't believe I'm saying this. Thor Ragnarok is one of the best movies I've seen all year, and it's definitely one of the best Marvel movies of all time. And it's definitely the best Thor movie. It's definitely probably the most surprising movie I've seen all year. Because the trailers for this movie were okay, they were decent. And this movie is fantastic. I love this movie. And Thor Ragnarok it's one of those movies that gets better every time I think about it. So let's talk about the positives in this movie. Well, the performances. Yeah, everyone in this movie did a fantastic job. Chris Hemsworth is born to play Thor. Mark Ruffalo plays Hulk in this movie. And yeah, he's probably the best Hulk that we had. And Tom Hiddleston reprises his role as Loki, who is probably the best Marvel villain that we had. And he's good now. He redeemed himself. And yeah, he's born to play this character. And Cate Blanchett plays Hela. And she is one of the best villains that we had in a Marvel movie, because most of the villains in the MCU haven't been that great. Like, some of them have been kind of boring, like the villain in Ant-Man and the villain in Doctor Strange. But no, the best villains that we had in the MCU are Loki, Ultron, Vulture, Ego, and Hela. Cate Blanchett, when she's on screen, she looks like she's having a ball, and she's great in this movie. And Jeff Goldblum plays the Grand Master in this movie, who's the guy who is in charge of this planet that Thor is ran on. Okay, he is awesome in this movie, and he was hilarious. And every time he was on screen, I was like, this guy's hilarious. There's a new character in this movie as well, who teams up with Thor, Hulk, and Loki. Her name is Valkyrie, I believe that's how you say her name. She's played by Tessa Thompson, and she was a great character. I call her female Star-Lord because she acts like Star-Lord sometimes, like her characteristics. And I really like this character. And if she's in Infinity War, I'd be like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see more of this character. And unfortunately, I do have one tiny nitpick with this movie, and it's not a bad thing, but it's just one tiny issue that I have with it. It's the humor. I mean, okay, most of the jokes in this movie are hilarious, and I was cracking up throughout this entire movie. Like, this is a very funny movie. It's probably one of the more funnier movies I've seen all year, and that can be a problem. And this is the same issue I had with the Lego Batman movie. A movie can be funny, but when it throws jokes at you at like 200 miles per hour, that's when you're like, whoa, that joke kind of missed me. And Thor Ragnarok, it's hilarious. Like, most of the jokes are hilarious and hysterical, but there are times where the jokes were kind of going at us, like at the Top Thrill director at Cedar Point. Like, it just goes fast and you're like, whoa. And yeah, that's the only issue that I have with it. There are, guys, Thor Ragnarok, it was such a surprising movie, and I wasn't expecting much going in, and what I got was a fantastic movie. Is it a masterpiece? No. Is it the next Godfather? No. But it's one of the best movies I've seen all year for sure, and If you guys think it's gonna end up like the previous Thor movies, don't. It is fantastic. It's hilarious. I love the characters. The effects were gorgeous as well, and it's one of the best Marvel movies I've ever seen, and definitely check it out if you can. I'm gonna give Thor Ragnarok an A. Okay, guys, that's it for my review of Thor Ragnarok, and I have a question for you guys. Have you seen Thor Ragnarok yet? What do you think of it? Or, what is your favorite movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far? Mine would be Guardians of the Galaxy. So, whatever it is, just comment below. And if you want to see more of my videos, just be sure to subscribe.